Today we'll be discussing on design of cantilever beam, which is of span 1.8 meter, carries a live load of 80 kilonewton per meter. We'll be using M20 and Fe415 for the design. Okay, here it may be a doubly reinforced cantilever beam. Earlier, the previous session we have discussed on singly reinforced design beam. Okay, so here it is. It may be a doubly. Once we'll check. The MU and MU limit will come to know the whether it is singly or doubly. Before that, I will be writing as a first step. I will be writing given data. The clear span L is equal to 1.8 meter. Live load is equal to 80 kilonewton per meter, and FCK 20 Newton per mm square. Fy 415 Newton per mm square. This is all about the given data. So next step, the step 2, this will be treated as a step 1, and next is step 2. This is L by D ratio. It may be maximum of L by D is 7, even you can take 5, 6, 7, whatever it may be. So here what I will do, I will be taking 7 itself. So I will be assuming the width of beam is equal to 230 mm. So L by D is equal to 7. So D is equal to 1800 divided by 7. When you calculate, it will be around 257.14. I may take it as 270 mm. I will assume D dash is equal to 30 mm. Next, capital D is equal to D plus D dash. It is equal to 270 plus 30. It will be equal to overall depth of beam is equal to 300 mm. Next, what I will do, I will be going for the calculation of effective span. Effective span is equal to clear span plus D by 2. It is effective depth by 2, because only I am taking one effective depth by 2 because of it's a cantilever effect. Okay, so we have only one support in a cantilever beam, so it will be 1.8 plus 0.27 divided by 2. It will be around 1.93 meter. The effective span or L effective is equal to 1.93 meter. Okay, next step is the load calculation. Step 3. Load calculation. Here in this video, this session, okay, will in this problem especially we have only two types of loads. One is dead load and another one is live load. Okay, dead load is equal to how much? It is B into overall depth into density of concrete. B is 230 mm, so I will be writing 0.23 into D is overall depth 0.3, density of concrete is 25. Here it will be equal to the live load is given, it will be equal to 80 kilonewton per meter, and when you calculate dead load, it is 1.725. Together we got, this is also kilonewton per meter, together we got 81.725 kilonewton per meter. This is the working load which is acting on the section. Okay, so WU is equal to 1.5 times 81.725. It is equal to 122.58 kilonewton per meter. This is the ultimate load acting on the section. So here next step is step 4. Step 4 is nothing but the calculation of bending moment and shear force. Bending moment and shear force. So MU is equal to WU L effective square divided by, it is a cantilever beam, MU is equal to WU L effective square divided by 2. it is equal to 122.58. L effective is 1.93 square divided by 2. Okay, so it will be around 228.29 kilonewton per meter. And next one, Vu is equal to Wu into L effective. It is equal to 122.58 into 1.93. It is equal to 236.57 kilonewton per meter. Okay, before going to judge whether it is singly or doubly, I must calculate this mu limit. So grade of steel which I used in this problem is, sorry, it is Fe 500 steel is there. So I'll be taking Fe 500. So mu limit is equal to 0. For Fe 500, this is 0.133 FCK BD square. It is equal to 0.133. FCK is 20, B is 230, D is 300 square. When you calculate, you got mu limit value is equal to small d, it is 270. Okay, overall depth is 300, small d is 270 square. When you calculate, you will be getting 44.60 kilonewton per meter. Sorry, kilonewton meter. Now you compare mu and mu limit. Mu is greater than mu limit. This means this is a doubly reinforced beam. This means if it is a doubly reinforced beam, you need to calculate AST, that is nothing but AST1 plus AST2, as well as you need to calculate value of ASC. Okay, so here what I will do, to calculate these things, I must calculate M1, M2, that is moment 1 and 2. So here moment 1 is nothing but mu limit. It is equal to, already we have calculated mu limit, that is 44.60. 44.60 kilonewton meter. And M2 is equal to mu minus M1 or mu limit. Mu is 228.29 minus 44.60. It is nothing but, when you calculate, it will be equal to 183.69 kilonewton meter. This is the value of M2. When you get value of M1 and M2, easily you can able to find out AST1 as well as AST2. Here what I will do, I will be calculating AST1 first. AST1 is equal to M1 divided by 0.87 Fy into bracket D minus 0.42 XU max. Whereas here XU max is nothing but XU max by D is equal to 0.46. 46 is taking because of we are using Fe 500 steel in the problem. For Fe 500, as per Codal provisions, XU max by D is equal to 0.46. Now XU max is equal to 0.46 into 270. This will be getting value of 124.2. 124.2 mm. So next, when you substitute these values, it is nothing but AST1 is equal to M1 is 44.60 into 10 to the power of 6 divided by 0.87. Fy is 500 into Fy, it is 500. Okay, so I am supposed to write here 500 Newton per mm square. Okay, so when the problem he has given Fe 500. So here next will be into bracket D minus D is nothing but small d is 270 minus 0.42 XU max. XU max value is here 124.2. When you solve this one, so AST1 is equal to 470.666 mm square. Next AST2 I will be calculating based on M2. This is M2 divided by 0.87 Fy into bracket D minus D dash. It is equal to M2 is 183.69 10 to the power of 6 divided by 0.87 into 415 into bracket D. D is 270 minus D dash is 30 mm. When you solve this one, you will be getting value of AST2 is equal to 1759.48 mm square. So next, total AST is equal to AST1 plus AST2. It is nothing but 470.66 plus 1759.48. Okay, together how much you got? It is 2230.14 mm square. This is the value of AST. In the next step, once you calculate AST, I will be using, as the reinforcement value or AST is quite high, AST is nothing but AST required. This much of steel required to resist the moments. If you use 25 mm, okay, as the reinforcement is quite high, so I will be going for higher dia. Okay, now I will be finding the number of bars. Number of bars is equal to capital AST divided by small ast. Capital AST is nothing but 2230.14 divided by small ast is area of 125 mm bar. When you solve this one, you will be getting around 4.54 numbers. That is nothing but round off. I will be making it as 5 numbers. So AST provided. Okay, so I'll write a statement. Provide H5 T25 mm at top, as it is a cantilever. Okay, it is a cantilever beam. The main reinforcement will be at top. So the tension reinforcement will be at top because the tension will be there at the top. Now I need to find out AST provided. AST provided is nothing but 5 number of bars I am providing, 5 numbers of 25 mm. When you solve this one, you will be getting AST provided 2513.27 mm square. Okay, required AST is how much? 2230. Provided is 2513. So AST provided is greater than AST required. So next, hence you can say it as a safe reinforcement. So next what I will do, either you may provide different dia also, it is left to you. Okay, next will be the calculation of compression reinforcement, that is ASC, as it is a doubly reinforced beam. ASC is equal to M2 divided by FSC minus 0.446 FCK into bracket D minus D dash. So to calculate FSC, you need to calculate epsilon SC. It is nothing but 0.0035 into bracket XU max minus D dash divided by XU max. When you solve, you know the value of XU max already we have calculated. It is 124.2, 0.0035 into bracket 124.2 minus 30 divided by 124.2. You will be getting 0.00265 is the strain value. When you solve, you will come to know. Next, based on that, we will calculate FS, and later you can easily calculate value of ASC. So based on the strain value, that is 0.00265, we will be finding the value of FSC. So I will go for the interpolation from the chart SP16, chart given in SP16. For Fe500, our value is 0.00265. It falls in between 0.00226, 0.00226 and 0.00277. Our value falls in between this, that is nothing but 0.00265. This is the unknown value, X value. At 0.00226, 391.3. This is, you need to go for Fe500 chart. We have two charts in this. Fe500, it is 391.3. So throughout the value is 391.3 here. Okay. So next one is at 277, it is 413.0. This difference is, okay, you need to find out the difference. It is nothing but 413 minus 391.3. It is nothing but 21.7. This is the X value, and this difference is 0.00265 minus 0.00226, 0.00039, and this one is 0.00277 minus 0.00226. It is nothing but 0.00051. So to calculate X value, I will be taking the similar triangle method. First I will be using this triangle. First triangle, it is X divided by 0.00039 is equal to opposite 21.7. I will be taking second triangle, this one, 21.7 divided by 0.00051. When you calculate, X will be equal to 21.7 into 0.039 divided by 0.00051 to 16.59. So FSC is equal to how much? 391.3 plus 16.59 plus 391.3. It is equal to 407.89 Newton per mm square. So what I will do, I will be substituting these values in this equation. Okay. So ASC is equal to M2, that is nothing but M2 we have calculated here, that is 183.69, 183.69 10 to the power of 6 divided by FSC is already we have calculated here, 407.89 minus 0.446, FCK 20, D is 270 minus 30. When you solve this one, you will be getting value of, when you calculate using this, you will be getting a value around ASC is equal to 1918.37 mm square. When you substitute these values, you will be getting 1918. Now I will be going for the finding out the number of bars. So number of bars is equal to, so I will be using 20 mm bar. So total area of reinforcement required is 1918.37, 1918.37 divided by pi by 4 into 20 square. When you calculate, okay, first I will calculate this one, divided by pi by 4 into 20 into 20. You will be using 6.10 bars. Okay, so I will be taking 7 number of bars, or you may use 25 also. You can check with 25 also. So number of bars is equal to 1918.37 divided by pi by 4 into 25 square. We will check with this also. So here it is around 490 mm square is there. 1918.37 divided by 490. Hardly it is 3.91. Okay, that means it is 4 number of bars. Either you may take 20 or 25 for a reinforcement. So I will be drawing the cross section of beam. Okay, stirrups we have not yet calculated. So it is a cantilever beam. So we got at top 5 number of bars and at bottom 4 number of bars. So here what I will do, I will be drawing top bars and at bottom I will be taking 4 number of bars of 25 mm. Okay, this is all about the cantilever beam. Now here what I will do, first I will taking it as H5 T 25 mm. Now H4 T 20 mm. Okay, so here you need to find out the stirrups, that is check for shear, check for deflection. Remaining steps to be calculated is, okay, remaining step to be calculated here it is. First one, check for shear, check for the deflection. Third one, that is development length. It is same procedure need to be adopted. Same procedure need to be adopted to calculate the check for shear as we done in previous video. Go through that. I will be sharing a link of that is design of cantilever beam, that is one way singly reinforced cantilever beam. I will be sharing link of that video. In that we have calculated check for shear is nothing but design of stirrups. We have done, the same procedure need to be adopted. And in check for deflection, I will be finding L by D max, whereas here in this doubly reinforced cantilever beam, L by D basic into KT into KC into KF is there. L by D basic is taken as 7. KT and KF need to be calculated. KT and KC need to be calculated, as it is tension reinforcement as well as compression reinforcement are provided. KF will be 1 because we don't have any the flange section in this beam. So KF will be, there is no modification in the flange parameters. So KF will be equal to 1. Modification factor, multiplication factor 1 means we will be getting the same value. And the development length, LD will be calculated using this equation. 5 sigma s divided by 4 into tau bd. Okay, when you calculate this one, we'll be knowing about the development length. Okay, these 3 steps need to be calculated. Okay, we have done these three steps in the previous video. Just go through that. Only difference is there we have not calculated Kc because it was a singly reinforced beam. Now it is a doubly reinforced beam. Okay, I think you understood the whole problem of design of doubly reinforced beam. Okay, it is a design of cantilever beam of span 1.8 meter, carries a live load of 80 kilonewton per meter, use M20 and Fe500. This was the problem. So we have solved, and only 3 steps we have not solved as we have discussed in the previous videos. Just go through that, I'll come to know. Okay, until then, thank you.